And good morning. Happy Monday at 6 o'clock here. Thanks for joining us for Sunrise on your Monday morning. Hopefully you had a great holiday and it was not too chaotic with the weather. But as we give you a live look over downtown Indy, you can see it's pretty much the same that we had all weekend, just kind of gloomy, cold, and we can tell you more snow on the way. But welcome in here. We're glad you're with us. And kind of winter weather is now what we should expect, I think, from here on out.
Yeah, I think the only people that are excited about it is, maybe snow lovers. I've been checking some of the snow cams down at Perfect North and southeastern Indiana, and it's perfect weather for them, making that snow as they prepare for the season. But Matt, I know a lot of people, if you're out and about having to travel, it's not a good idea.
They can make their own snow, but they may get their own real snow coming up tonight. Most of the state's going to get a few inches tonight.
Wow.
We're stuck in winter.
I know.
It's not even winter yet.
Can you nudge us out of this, please? Spring
nice.
would be nice about now.
It would be great. But here we are. Expect 30s for highs today, but it's a really cold start this morning, especially if you picked up some bigger snowpack. This is our school delay heat map, or kind of cold map this morning. Temperatures for some of us north of Indianapolis have dropped into the single digits, and we have this patchy but dense freezing fog that's hovering over the cold snowpack farther to the north. We don't have that farther south because we had that sharp cutoff with the snowfall totals, and a lot of it's kind of melt around Indianapolis into the south. I mean, you kind of see snow patches, but it's not as much of a big deal anymore. It is a cloudy start and it is a cold start. The good news I have for you is, though, the wind is gone. It was howling yesterday. But because the wind is gone, we're able to create fog a little bit more easily. I mean, we're down to 9 in Marion, 10 in Kokomo and Logansport. It's only 18 in Tipton, 16 good morning there in Lebanon, 19 in Muncie. Got some 19s from Newcastle to Pendleton. It's only 15 degrees for the Eagles this morning in Zionsville. More 20s farther to the south. So bundle up, headed out the door. But because we have that patchy, dense, freezing fog, you got to watch. It's never fun because what that can do is it can create a thin layer of ice on some elevated surfaces like a railing or maybe your car door handle, maybe the mailbox. So just watch for some extra slick spots with some of the freezing fog that is farther to the north. When the weather advisories have been posted, those go in effect tonight as more snow is on the way. That's something Lindsay and I will be tracking here over the next 24 hours. But Lindsay, you're watching the roads. How's everything going this morning?
Yeah, looking pretty good. And it's officially low tire pressure season. I got my light blinking at me, yelling at me. I know I can take care of that later today. All right, so let's take you downtown. Here is the North Split, I-65, I-70 coming into the city where we got some remnant snow here in the median from over this past weekend. Do want you to use some extra caution when traveling on elevated surfaces, things like bridges, overpasses, those on and off ramp systems. Anything we could potentially see some of that lingering moisture refreezing, creating that black ice situation. Looking pretty good here at the North Split, but as far as the black ice goes, I think that's going to be more common north of the city. This is an intersection here in West Lafayette, US 231 near Airport Road, if you're familiar with this area. Still going to have some intersections with some of that remnant wintry precip left over from this past weekend. Again, that could create some slick travel conditions in those patches of that black ice. Pavement temperatures across the area, again, well below freezing, dropping to 18 degrees on the northwest side, 20 degrees on the northeast side. So just use caution when traveling this morning. Otherwise, looking pretty good, but we'll let you know if we see any delays develop.
Thank you, Lindsay. And now an update on breaking news out of Hamilton County. For the last couple of hours, there's been a large police presence at the scene of a popular bar. Police have now confirmed that there was a shooting here.
And this is on Mundy Drive, just south of 141st Street in Fishers. And there's a live look of that scene. Again, it seems pretty quiet right now. We do see a crime scene tape, but we have seen from our crews out at the field that there's been multiple units responding to this parking lot. Again, as you see, this is Britain Tavern in that area. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office again confirming there was a shooting here at the bar. We are expecting another update from them in the next several minutes.
We do have very limited details, of course, but you can see that still active scene here with police there and even crime tape. And we will keep giving you updates as soon as new information becomes available.
And we're also continuing to follow breaking news on the far east side where a man is in critical condition following a shooting.
So this was at a home on Point Harbor Drive near 30th and German Church Road. Police tell us the call came in around 2:30. The victim was shot inside one of the homes here. Police also say they had received a call prior to the shooting about people allegedly trying to break into cars in the neighborhood. Now, we still do not know yet if the car break-ins are connected arrested or if the shooting is related to this issue as well. In just a few hours, lawmakers will return to the State House for the 2026 general session.
On top of their agenda is the possibility, we've been talking about this for a while now, the possibility of redrawing Indiana's congressional districts. So our Anna Chalker, she's live in studio this morning with more on what we can expect today. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, you guys. So this session will start in the House in a few hours, and this is actually a month ahead of schedule. So the current map that they're going to be looking at, this is what you're seeing on your screen. This is the center of all the conversations we've heard the last few months. Republicans are pushing to turn the 2 Democratic districts into red. And what we're expecting to see today is a bill filed on redistricting and potential maps lawmakers are pointing towards. House Speaker Todd Houston has said for months he has the votes to pass redrawing the map, but that's not the case on the other side of the aisle. Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray has said those votes are not there in the Senate, so they will not be meeting today, and they'll be looking at this topic next Monday. And since this is a general session, other legislative topics will be discussed, but Governor Braun has made it a priority to cover redistricting. He said in a tweet last week, Hoosiers deserve to have fair representation in Washington, and now the General Assembly needs to deliver a 9-0 map, which will help level the playing field. Now, we know this back and forth is not only here on the state level, it's really caught the attention nationally and especially lawmakers in D.C. So coming up, we'll share, the influence we've seen the last couple of months from them, but also a recent conversation that just happened this weekend with House Speaker Mike Johnson, why he is saying it's important not only for the state, but really the country as a whole.
Yeah, certainly a lot of moving pieces. Again, we'll be following this, so Ariana, appreciate it.
Well, Indiana lawmakers are also taking up the issue of child marriage, and one state representative says it's time to ban it altogether.
So right now there is no federal law stopping minors from getting married, and Indiana is one of the states that still allows it under certain conditions. Representative Mitch Gore plans to file a bill in the 2026 legislative session that would prohibit anyone under the age of 18 from getting married. Indiana last changed its marriage laws back in 2020, raising the minimum age from 15 to 16. Right now, teens who are 16 or 17 can marry only with a court order, and the person they're marrying cannot be no more than 4 years older.
They can't drive, they can't open a checking account, but we're going to allow them to take on something as serious as a marriage.
Gore says the conversation around protecting minors has shifted in recent years, especially after national attention on cases involving exploitation and trafficking. He hopes lawmakers on both sides of the aisle will support this ban. And happening today, the full City County Council will vote on 2 proposals to make Irvington Indy's first DORA district, or designated outdoor refreshment area.
Both proposals have received the green light from the Rules and Public Policy last week. The first one establishes a blueprint for the city, allowing future neighborhoods to opt into being a DORA district. The second will establish Irvington as the city's first DORA.
If approved by the full council today, the Indiana Alcohol and Tobacco Commission will still have to give its stamp of approval before moving forward. Councilors hope to have Irvington's DORA up and running by St. Patrick's Day of 2026.
And a DORA allows those of you 21 and older to purchase alcohol from one business and carry it outside into another. The drink has to be in a specialty cup and be within the designated boundaries.
Well, this morning we're getting new information about a dangerous situation over the weekend at the Hamilton Southeastern and Pike boys varsity basketball game.
Police telling us a juvenile is under arrest after they brought a gun to the game Saturday. The school's athletic department saying in a statement, quote, an altercation occurred between visiting spectators. No HSC students were involved. During the incident, it was determined that one of the individuals involved was suspected of possessing a firearm. HSC administration and Fishers PD immediately implemented safety protocols, and a suspect is now in police custody. A
spokesperson for Pike High School also tells us that the juvenile was not a student at their high school either. Police tell us an off-duty Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy found the juvenile in a nearby neighborhood, and police later found the gun hidden on school property. The Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office will now make the formal decision on charges. We'll, of course, keep you updated here on air and at WTHR.com.
This morning, a 16-year-old in Grant County is facing an attempted murder charge. Marion police say he shot a juvenile in the head. Officers say the victim was a passenger in a car near 2nd and Hill Streets when the suspect opened fire, hitting him in the back of the head. He survived with the bullet being lodged just under his skin. Investigators say they followed footprints in the snow and arrested that 16-year-old for attempted murder.
Well, this morning we're learning at least one person has died after Saturday's snowy roads were very dangerous and people are out driving. The Boone County Sheriff's Office tells us 21-year-old Jordan Perry from Greenwood died when the truck she was in slid off US 241 near Zionsville. We're told the truck hit a tree and then caught fire. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. The Sheriff's Office is now investigating the crash.